Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stan's Cutlery Universe. And it's Wednesday morning, and I'm sitting out here on my back deck at about 9:28 a.m. Sorry about my glasses. I need them to see, good for vision, and they do that auto tint thing. So there's nothing I can really do about that. But today I'm going to do a little bit of a ramble, and we're going to look at some Sitivien knives and some Rough Rider knives. Um, all these are moderns. So if you're not really wanting to look at any moderns, thank you. You can leave if you want to or whatever. If you want to listen to the ramble, that would be awesome. I truly appreciate it. With that being said, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Love you guys' comments. And hopefully we can have a little fun out here this morning. First off, we're going to look at the Sitivien knife that we have, and this is the first one here. This is the smallest of all of them. Comes with a little towel there, cloth. This is the ST-147. That's what it looks like closed. Good looking piece of cutlery. You have a spot there for a lanyard. I like the blue accents on the pivot. Ooh, I love that profile. I dislike saying the word love for stuff because I think we overuse that word a lot. But I do like that blade profile. It is a flipper liner lock. The liner lock locks up very nicely. This one's in 14C 28N. Sitivien knives, if you don't know, are a more or less budget friendly piece. They have some that are a little bit more expensive, but these ones are, all probably, if I'm remembering right, below $40. But yeah, just a really nice piece. They're well made. They look good. They function well. And I think this one's only tip up right hand carry, which is perfect for me. But for others, it might not be so good. But that's good for me. But yeah, just a good piece. And what my ramble is I just wanted to talk about just stuff. You know what I mean? I was blessed yesterday that I got a call from my friend Todd, Pocket EDC. He called. We chatted for a little over an hour. When I looked at the information, how long the call was this morning, because it was a Instagram call where we could actually FaceTime, basically. I was truly shocked that we talked for over an hour. I knew we had talked for a bit, but in my mind, it was only like maybe 20 minutes. I just felt so good talking with him. Todd made a couple very good suggestions for the channel, and I appreciate him calling and talking to me about it, because he even said, he didn't want to put it in the comments because the wording and everything would have been, I don't know how he stated it, but I understood what he meant. So, and he is right, but what he said was really, really helpful. And Todd, Pocket EDC, if you're watching this, thank you. I needed the constructive criticism, and I really needed a call from a friend. That was amazing, man. I truly enjoyed the time yesterday. Thank you for spending that hour with me. That was awesome. Next up, this is one of my favorite Sitiviens. This is the ST-103. Beautiful looking piece. If you can't tell, I kind of like their green. Green micarta G10. Again, it's got a lanyard hole right down there. Flow through construction, other than right at the end there. Sorry, something just flew in my eye. Again, it's a flipper design, but look at that beautiful blade. Oh, I love that. Just a beautiful, beautiful piece of cutlery. And I know some people go like, why do you think that's beautiful? Well, I do. I like the way the blade is. I like that lamb's foot type blade. It's got awesome shoil here, straight across. I know some people would rather have more belly, but for me, I like, being able to get into stuff like that. These knives come so good from the factory. I have yet to have to adjust one. And that's saying a bit, the texturing up here is really awesome. It's got some, you can see that that's actually a line that's popped up out of the G10. Just feels really, really good. Really, really good. This one's in D2, so that's even more better. But yeah, these are like I said, if you haven't tried a Sitivien knife yet, Sitivien, I always say it wrong, I know, but that's what it is. They're just beautiful knives. Like I said, very, very friendly to the budget, especially when you consider what you get for the money. Can't complain. And just going on with the Ramble, any of you all that might be into a little bit of prepper lifestyle, trying to get stuff ahead, trying to get things set up. I just had a great lesson, and it's amazing how much one mouse, or maybe it's two, can damage your food. We have a nice little stand-up pantry that my father-in-law made for my wife, and well, for us, but mostly for my wife. She wanted it, and this rodent, okay, got into our box of crackers, had 3 new foam packs in there. Of course, couldn't just chew on one, chewed on both of them, so those had to be thrown out. Got into a brand new bag of my Black Rifle Coffee Company coffee. Speaking of which, had to throw out a whole bag. This is black. That really, really hurt my feelings because this coffee is so delicious. And I don't get paid by it or anything, but it's such delicious coffee. One of the best coffees I've had, veteran owned, and they give back to help veterans causes. And being a veteran myself, that I appreciate that. And like I said in one other video, I own some Black Rifle Coffee Company shares. If you're interested in getting some BRCC, it's up to you. Do your own research, do your own stuff. But yeah, it ruined a package of crackers, a box of crackers with 2 tubes in it. It ruined my coffee. It ruined a couple of the bags of their gravy mix. It ruined some rice it got into because I didn't have it properly stored as it's still in the bag. And the bad thing about mice is once they get into something, you got to throw the whole thing out because you can get, I believe mice are what caused the plague, so you got to get rid of it. You can't just eat it and say, oh, I'll be okay. I'm guessing from all the stuff it destroyed, got into a couple different things of those like little instant sides that you can get, that you just spoil and set. I'm betting it ruined well, not counting the coffee, because the coffee is $18 eat by itself. Not counting the coffee, it ruined $60 to $70 worth of food. Now, coming to the prepper side, what I was mentioning here is that really hit me. I don't know if anybody that's like my age remembers back in the day, Tupperware sold those containers that you put your 4 packs of crackers in, of your saltines. And stuff like that. And it really made me realize that maybe it's time for us to invest a little bit more into something like that, some stuff like that. I mean, we already repurpose gallon glass jugs that we get pickles in and stuff for, wash them out good, clean them good, let them dry out good. And then we put like our flour, our rice, our wheat, our, wheat germ, or not wheat germ, but wheat berries, our oatmeal and stuff like that in. Well, this was a good lesson. Now those jars won't work real good for your crackers. So yeah, so just something to bring it out there. And even if you're not a prepper, and the way the economy is nowadays, even though it's getting better slowly but surely, I don't know how many of us really want to lose $50 to $70 worth of food because of one rodent or a couple. So yeah, we got the traps out, the poison out. It's fixing to die. Okay, my next up is this Sitivien. Can't see the model number on this one. This is a good looking brown piece. I really like these, like I call them bat wings that it looks like right in here. I really like that. This one does have a reversible clip holder here, so you can go left or right pocket, tip pocket up, or tip up pocket carry. Again, it's got a little spacer here. Otherwise, it is a flow through flipper knife. Just a very classic design where, they've upped it a little bit by, like I said, what I call the bat wings there. This is the ST-132. This again is in D2 steel. These knives are just great knives. I should have brought out the one that I've carried and use a lot. I mean, I've carried these, but I don't use them a lot because I use knives. Don't get me wrong, but being retired, I don't necessarily carry a knife every day because I'm at home. And I have knives that are sitting right next to where I sit. I have knives any place in my house. I have a knife within 10 feet, so it's like, do I carry a knife? Not always. If I'm outside working or in my garage working, yes. So, I am more of a collector and I enjoy collecting these. And not only do I love, again, I hate using the word love because I think we overuse that, but I really, really like these moderns. But you guys know that I love my classic, my traditionals too, and especially my fixed blades. But look at that jimping. Look how good that locks in. Again, just a really, really good looking knife. The pocket clip's well done. It does have the screws that are a little proud there that stand up a little bit, but overall, just great looking knives. Oh, goodness. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying chatting with y'all. I hope you're enjoying it and I'm not just driving you nuts. We got 3 more Rough Rider knives to look at. And they are moderns, but they are definitely different than what we just looked at. Gonna get a drink here, get some more of my. This coffee is so good. It's first coffee in my life that I haven't had to put a sweetener in. I just put my milk in it, and I'm happy. And actually, I've drank some black, and it wasn't bad either. Okay, next up is the Rough Rider RR2258. This is called the Bullfrog. This one here is this cool modern flipper. Rough Rider's take does have a little lanyard hole there. Totally flow through design here. Pocket clip is not movable, so it is only tip down right hand carry. Well made knife. And these are so budget friendly. I want to say, if I'm recalling right, this is a $15 knife. I could be a little off. I like the two-tone on the blade. Rough Rider. This is made in China, of course. This is RYDER. Try and get it to where you can see it. But just a cool knife. The Bullfrog fits even with my big hands. I still get a full 3-finger. Just a good feeling knife. Got some nice belly there. I'm not sure what to call this, a modified lamb's foot maybe, or worn. I don't know. But a good looking knife. Again, I did not have to adjust this at all. This is an assisted opening. Beautiful, fun knife to carry. I've carried it a couple times. I'm not real hip on the tip down carry, but you know what? It was fun to carry it and check it out. I really like the green and black micarta. Just a really, really, really good looking knife, especially when you consider the money. Next up, we have the RR2313. This is the Bullfrog's baby brother, the tadpole. What do you think of that little guy? Huh? What do you think of that little guy? I think that is just friggin' cool. Bubba's EDC. Assisted opening. Just a tiny little piece here, but just fun. I think these are like $12, or they were. It does have a lanyard hole right here, so that's cool. Liner lock, but just a neat little knife. I mean, just fun to have. I have not carried this one. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't carried it. This was bought for the collecting purposes at just cool little knives. Continuing on a little bit more with the Ramble. Back onto like the preparedness. Easy for me to say, the preparedness side. It's not only like your food and stuff too. It's having parts and repair parts for your vehicles. When I say repair parts, I don't mean you're having a full parts store, but I'm talking like, especially if you got an older vehicle, spark plugs, plug wires if you need them in the older vehicles, things that wear, maybe some brake rotors and pads. You can go into Rock Auto, and most of them, they have a kit where you can buy your rotors and pads together for, well, I'm going to get some for my Suburban, good everyday driving ones. And they're like 130 or 140 for each, for the front or the rear. Of course, you got shipping. You probably got $50 of shipping, but you got $180 there. If I could get the parts of the same quality locally at the same price, I would, but I just can't. And I get discounts from being a mechanic my whole life, up here. So that's why I say Rock Auto, and they have given me great service. Sometimes they should box stuff a little bit heavier, because I have gotten like rotors and stuff where, thank God for the boxes inside the box they put it in, because it's just rubbed through and stuff, because those things are heavy, But yeah, that's just, having extra fuel on hand. Of course, you got to store it properly. You got to stabilize it. And with the new fuel nowadays, it's just got so much alcohol in it, ethanol. It's one of those six of one, half dozen of another. You got to decide what's right for you. If you have any tractors, you want to have fuel for your tractors. Because I'm planning on, if something does happen, that hopefully, within a month or two, everything's settled down, everything's good to go. I'm not planning for the end of the world as we know it, where every society's just gone and it's never coming back. Because I'll be 100% honest with you, if that happens, I will do my best to protect my family and make it as long as I can. But I don't know if I want to live like that. I'm just being honest. Okay, next up is the RR2508. This is the little bumblebee. Yellow black micarta. Beautiful, nice little made piece again. Little lanyard hole right there again. These are really hard to show like this. I should have done a tabletop, but I didn't want to do it that way. Again, it's an exact twin to the tadpole, other than different color covers. And this is yellow. The bumblebee is yellow. If anybody's seen those wasp patterns that they have from Rough Rider, that's the type of stuff that it looks like and everything. And these little guys are sharp. They will cut you if you're not careful. That's why if you notice, everyone I look down, because these are assisted opening. And look at how much spring force you have here. This thing flies open. This is one you don't want to hand to a friend if they're not used to assisted opening knives, because they'll flick it and the knife will go. If you're lucky, if you're not lucky, they'll flick it and it'll go in their foot or their thigh. So, yeah, just what do you think of my just having some fun on Wednesday? This is kind of like a whiz bang, but I don't want to call any of these knives a whiz bang, because they're a wee bit better than gas station knives, but they do fit into the category that whiz bang has become, of knives that just make me happy, because these, especially these Rough Riders, they just make me happy. They're just fun, they're just fun to, got a bug right in front of my face. There it goes. They're just fun to have. They're fun to play with. Shouldn't say playing with your knives, but you guys know what I mean. They're just fun to sit there and just fidget with, just sit there for hours on end, driving your spouse nuts. But yeah, that's hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you enjoyed my ramble, just talking about stuff. But that mouse was really on my, you get up this morning. My wife got up about an hour before I did. She had it all cleaned up. At first, I didn't realize how much I got into until I looked in the pantry and she was telling me, and I was like, "Holy cow!" And it's not because it ate all of one thing; it just ate into everything. Just enough to where you ruined it and it had to be thrown out. So yeah, like I said, the traps are going out and the poison's going out. Got to be careful with the ouch. Sorry about hitting the table. Got to be careful with the poison though, because of the grandbaby and the grandpuppy. So got to be very selective where we put that. But the trap's going out because Mickey's cousin's got a short life expectancy here. Yeah. Yep, Mickey Mouse's cousin's got a short life expectancy at Stan's household. Yes. Well, been on here almost 20 minutes. Wow. Didn't even seem like I was just enjoying showing these knives. Again, if you want to get a really good modern knife that is inexpensive that you can get on Amazon, check out these Sitiviens. They're really nice. I'll try to put some links down below to these on Amazon if they're still available. If these exact ones are not available, I'll just put like the Sitivien link for the Amazon store for them. But yeah, check them out. They're just great. And these are not assisted opening. That is just literally flipping it open. Look at this false shuttiness. And that's a liner lock. That hydraulic, I mean, they're just very, very, very well made knives for the money. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed day. With that being said, live long, prosper, and collect your own